Hey church fam, so I am standing atop of Masada. I had not planned to do a video here because it's not an explicitly biblical site. Over there is King Herod's palace. We haven't been there yet. The kids finally went to sleep. People are doing tours all over. Or this way, you can see some of the Dead Sea. Here's how the kids are. They're out. And I decided to do this video for two reasons. One is because this is the place where, after the destruction of the temple in 70 AD, a number of the surviving rebels came out in order to stand against the remnants of, well, not the remnants, but all the Romans. And so I'm sitting on top of a bathtub here. That's the Dead Sea. And stretches all the way down. This way is north, that way is south. Masada goes all the way over there. But remember, Jesus predicted the destruction of the temple and described it in end-time language, and that is exactly what we find here. The showdown of the last of the rebellion of the Jews trying to stand it out, and ended in a dramatic suicide, actually, of the people who survived here by the times that the Romans finally broke through the walls. But I wanted to do this video for another reason, and that's because I just found out that in a synagogue that was erected up here for use by the Jewish people, that they had among a number of scrolls, and I mean they had documents of commercial value and other purposes, transactions, but one of the scrolls and one of the things that was found up here in a cache was a part of Ezekiel 36, or 37 rather, with the Valley of Dry Bones. And so just looking out at this valley, can you imagine that? Why would you want to have a scroll about Ezekiel? I mean, apart from the fact that it's an end times passage, and surely those who were part of the resistance there in about 74 AD viewed themselves as people and part of the end times. And they're at the end, just like many people nowadays think that we are going to see Jesus' return, the return of the Messiah, here any moment. And I mean, you can imagine why a valley full of dry bones would be pretty relevant here. So I'm just going to read from Ezekiel 37, and maybe you can appreciate how people might read this passage from atop Masada, looking over the Dead Sea and a valley. There are probably some bones somewhere out there. Whether or not that's true, it's definitely a valley. Ezekiel 37. The hand of the Lord was on me, and he brought me out by his spirit, and he set me down in the middle of the valley. It was full of bones. He led me all around them. There were a great many of them on the surface of the valley, and they were very dry. Then he said to me, Son of man, can these bones live? I replied, Lord God, only you know. He said to me, Prophesy concerning these bones and say to them, Dry bones, hear the word of the Lord. This is what the Lord God says to these bones. I will cause breath to enter you, and you will live. I will put tendons on you and make flesh grow on you and cover you with skin. I will put breath in you so that you come to life. Then you will know that I am the Lord. So I prophesied as I had been commanded. While I was prophesying, there was a noise, a rattling sound, and the bones came together, bone to bone. And as I looked, tendons appeared on them, flesh grew, and skin covered them, but there was no breath in them. He said to me, Prophesy to the breath. Prophesy, son of man, say to it, This is what the Lord God says, Breathe, come from our breath, come from the four winds and breathe into these slain so that they may live. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath entered them, and they came to life, and stood on their feet a vast army. Then he said to me, Son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. Look how they say, Our bones are dried up, and our hope is perished. We are cut off. Therefore prophesy and say to them, This is what the Lord God says, I am going to open your graves and bring you up from them. my people and lead you into the land of Israel. You will know that I am the Lord my people when I open your graves and bring you up from them. I will put my spirit in you, and you will live, and I will settle you in your own land. Then you will know that I am the Lord. I have spoken, and I will do it. This is the declaration of the word. And this is the word of the Lord. And you can just imagine now John chapter 3 with the Spirit moving and bringing life out of death. And imagine this valley full of dry bones. And think of that now when you read Ezekiel. God bless you.